Now I see you. All right. Hey, everybody. It is your good friend, Rafa Sparza, your friendly neighborhood BJJ podcaster. Coming to you right now. We are watching UFC Fight Island Dose live. Hope that you guys are enjoying your night of fights. I know I am. We are just in time to watch Alexandre Penola versus Askar Askarov, which, by the way, is still a fake name if you Askarov me. The joke works. I'm proud of that joke. Hey, but here's the way this works. We are watching the main card. We have a beer on hand. Hopefully it's going to do better than the last beer that I had, which was, it was okay. You know, one of my favorite. Mark Goodard is going to be a ref on this one. And right now I'm just pouring out my beer as we get ready to start the action. 3 rounds, 5 minutes, lots and lots of stuff to talk about, my friends. I hope that you are having a great evening, and round begins right now. Penola is in the yellow while Askarov is wasting no time. Already with a punch, pulls guard, look for a guillotine, now is going to look for a sweep, and he was aggressively trying to hold this arm grip so that he could maybe get an omoplata here. Tries for a triangle, doesn't seem to have much on that. And Pantoja, I guess is the way you're supposed to say his name, looks continuously like he's just like, hey, bro, could you give me like a minute to be in this fight? Because as much as I'd love for you to try and like armbar the shit out of me, I would like to do something first, my friend. Ooh, he's in an armbar, but he gets out of it. Well done. Woo, it is already off to the races on this one thus far in. Very happy you guys could be here to join us. Excited to watch the rest of the card with you. We've been watching a few of these so far in. Very happy to have you with us. Closing out the night. 5 fights. Many of them hopefully will be interesting. We'll see how it goes. But this is a great start. Already the most action. No, you're not going to heel hook him. No way. Stop that. Yes. Loses the leg, though, but for a split second, gives all of us jiu-jitsu folk hope. Great stuff. Love that. Now you see Askarov just putting his shoulder in to Pantolja's. I just added an L. And Pantolja's face. Now starting to try and wrap around the legs, has the back. You're probably going to see Pantolja look to Kimura grip with trying to spin out of it, I'm sure. That's where we're at this moment. All right. As we watch this event live, feel free to give me your questions, comments, concerns, hints, allegations in the comment section. I'm happy to take as many questions and notes throughout the evening. We've already been off to a fantastic start. I hope that you guys are ready for a loaded evening, one might say. It's so funny to see how this thing, there we go. To watch how these things get branded on here. So we're going to go and share this over on the verbal tap. Hey, what's up, everybody? I see you over there watching us on Facebook. Give us some questions, comments, concerns, hints, allegations, all that good stuff, as we already see Askarov just trying to be as close to as intense as possible. Loving this so far. All right, as we wait for a split second for him to get this takedown and secure it, and Pantolja just trying to get his base back to stand back up again. I think Askarov realized, like, listen, dude, I don't want to jiu-jitsu with you. That is no fun for me. I would much rather, ooh. Pantolja is just everywhere. Holy shit. Wow. This motherfucker just literally crab rode underneath in the beastliest way as possible. Askarov was not looking for any part of that. He is in on a body triangle right now, and he has 1 minute to work from here. That's pretty impressive, man. Spaces out the leg. This is fascinating. Has a grip around the neck, loses it. 43 seconds. This is enough time. He kind of has a rear naked choke over here. Switches the arms, has to let one go. He's going to try and strike him a few times to see what he can do. Just 28 seconds doesn't instill a ton of confidence, but if he's able to get his arms free from the 2-on-1 from Askarov, he does just enough time if he were able to just do it right now. All right, I think we're going to probably see ourselves in a second round. As he hears the clack, I think Askarov knows he's kind of in the clear on this one. This is still pretty dope to watch, all things considered, so props on this. Cheers to that round. Alexandre. Jesus, this cheers goes to you for that round. That's a little bit better. I like that. This is a Belgian-style Abbey Ale. This is Abbey Ale with cherries. This is from the Dust Bowl Brewing Company. Thank you very much for your selection. I do taste the cherries really well on that one, so I appreciate it. They're subtle. Dust Bowl. Great beer, born of hard times, 2009. Well, I got some bad news for you. These are also hard times, so we're going to be relying on this beer during the hardest of times. You know, that should be the branding that they should be going with right now. Tough beer for hard times, no matter what decade you're going through hard times in. So I would assume if they were made in 2009, it probably came out of the recession, I guess the last recession. So they were able to make the best out of it. So props to them, man. They've been sticking around for over 10 years. Now we're going to look at this amazing, watch him crab underneath. It's like an inversion crab ride that didn't happen. He just really recognized his position. And, you know, it's similar to when my good friend John Evans does a Kiss of the Dragon. It's just really solid. But normally you have to do that from like, you know, doing something from like almost like Berimbolo shit. Paul Felder is saying something interesting happened. So apparently there's some discrepancy on whose round that was. They're basically saying they thought that that was Askarov's round. I would not be one of those people to give that round to Askarov. And I understand my biases as a jiu-jitsu guy, but nah, I don't think so. I'm going to take another drink of this beautiful Belgian-style Abbey Ale. This is Twisted Monk. Not bad so far. I want to see if it stands on the second. Yeah, I do like the aftertaste on it a little bit better, so that's good. Askarov trying to create some flurries, knows that Pantoja is the word from the streets in Dagestan. You shut your whorish mouth. Jesus. Nobody needs to hear from the streets of Dagestan. Oh, Askarov. A cross that just lands, dude. Beautiful sound on that. Beautiful pop. Very interesting round thus far in. I don't know if you want to try and take this dude down, bro. Askarov goes for the takedown, but Pantoja's very nimble and on the ground game. I thought that would have been a sign right from the get-go. Even when you see Pantoja's like about to get past, he does an excellent job of retaining his guard. Askarov continuously trying to pass guard. You see Pantoja slowly give up the back, but then just nimble his way back up top. Now, Askarov trying to push up against the cage. This is better for him, in my opinion. You see Askarov in the red trunks. Pantoja's in the yellow, but he's got that real good jiu-jitsu game, man. Like, just really smart, recognizes his positions, transfers each element of his jiu-jitsu to this very solid game. A good pickup by Askarov, but not enough to have any impact to it. Askarov tries to put some balance in those hands, but not much there. Also, we want to remind you guys, if you give us a like and a share on the Facebook broadcast, we give you a cheers, just like we toast those who get finishes within regulation. So just to remind you, that's how this game is being played here today. So, Pantoja, this is interesting. You're seeing Askarov have a much better round. I would assume this would be much closer to being a round that you could call for him. But still, it's fairly close. In terms of how you might see this, it could be 1-1, it could be 2-0. It's going to be tricky to figure out how they scored that first round. I would give it to Pantoja, but now you're seeing maybe Pantoja be a little exhausted. When he pushed him away, it didn't have much effort to it, and his hands are very down, leading the way for Askarov to find some way to land a couple strikes on that. Now you're seeing him push him back up against the cage, make him regret a few of the strikes that he's been making throughout. Really great pressure, tripoding straight into him on this, which is just aimed to exhaust Pantoja just from consistent amounts of pressure. Wow. Askarov was really working to take the back here, loses it in a ridiculous scramble. Now you're seeing Pantoja reverse the position and start to work from the back. Now he's got both hooks in. He has some time to flatten here with even 21 seconds. This is a doable position, but he might be too tired to actually work anything from here. I know this is a fight, but oh my God. It's one of the better jiu-jitsu matches I've seen. So either way, good stuff. All right. Great fight thus far in. So, all right. I'll give that one a cheers too. I like that one. I am enjoying that one thus far in. So let me see here. How do you do this? There are some things in the live broadcasts that I am still learning about as we do these things, because every once in a while you do a regular broadcast and you say, all right, well, how does this work for the kids who do the things with the Instagrams? Share a photo or viewers by tapping a photo right away. I'll show. Okay, well, cool. We're learning as we go, friends. I don't do this a ton on Instagram or as much as I should, at least when you compare it to the work that we do over on the Facebook, the YouTube, the Twitter, the Twitch, all of those, and all of our friends who are watching on those channels. We say thank you. You know that we appreciate you. Round 3. Very excited for this fight. Man, oh, they're going to hug. Look at that. Bisping even saying it's nice. Yeah, the corner for Pantoja saying you got to stay off the fence. I would 1,000,000% agree with that, but it does seem that Askarov does a really good job of picking his shots. And this has been the story of the night for a number of fighters, especially when you're going with somebody who's got really good jiu-jitsu skills. Now, here's where it gets weird. Pantoja's trying to come in for the striking exchange, and now I just see his body so tired. I really want to see him try to unload here and get to some sort of jiu-jitsu aspect. These hands continuously down, and his lack of movement here makes me concerned in ways that I'm like, bro, I'm rooting for you to win this. As the jiu-jitsu guy, I'd love to see you be able to pull it off. Ooh, there we go. Catches a kick, comes down with a overhand right that knocks down Askarov. This could be big. This could be a very important moment for him. Askarov does great push away with the feet that stands them both back up. Now Askarov comes over, right cross, left cross. That doesn't sound right, but it is. And then in between the two, now he's pushing him up against the cage again. Askarov has him up against the cage, and Pantoja kind of like circles back. I'm just seeing how exhausted Pantoja is. I mean, granted, those those scrambles that they were doing seemed like they were just exhausted. So this is a tough round. And I mean, Askarov just finding his chin with ease on this fight thus far in. 317 in the third round. This is a very critical round, depending on how you scored that very first round. So it might be that he's that tired, but it might be that he's trying to let him hit him so that he can maybe get a better shot at trying to take him down here. Charles Rosa says, close fight. It says, Aljamain Sterling says, bring in the hugs, LOL. And Pantoja is so sick. Good BJJ and scrambles from Gilbert Burns. I would agree, buddy, but we're going to need that jiu-jitsu to pay off in dividends if he's going to be able to pull off the win here on this one. 2:38 left to go. Yeah, I mean, Paul Felder is saying that he thinks that the pace of the fight is what's affecting Pantoja. It's very possible, but I would go one further. I really do feel like those scrambles they looked effortless in how they were able to be accomplished, but keeping those positions is very difficult to do. So I kind of get it's maybe a little columns of A and B here. Askarov catches a kick, and Pantoja's body language was very, very loose there. Goes in for another kick again. Now you're seeing Pantoja a little cut up, a little bit of red coming down his face. The kicks are starting to be a little less effective each and every time. Bro, these scrambles in this fight are crazy. This is Ryan Clark, who says it. Fight Island is hectic. Didn't get to read the rest. It just basically went away. That's what happens with these little Twitter things. They go up so fast. I'm like, you have to pause for a second so that people can read them. Decent exchange between the two over on that side. 123 left to go. This looks like Askarov might be able to pull this off. It'll be interesting to see if they give him that first round, though, but it does look like he's going to have enough here if he is able to just keep this pace and maybe even stay away from Pantoja at this point. Play a smarter game, keep him away. Askarov was telling the media earlier this week that he wants to put himself in line to be a contender for his division. I mean, it's an interesting proposition. This is going to be one of those fights that you just kind of win smart, maybe not super dominantly, if anything. Pantoja slips as he makes a kick, gets an uppercut as punishment for messing it up just ever so slightly. 30 seconds left to go. Now Mark Goddard stopped it for a split second. Now with 26 seconds left to go. I don't see much out of Pantoja on this one, at least in terms of finish. I think this is probably going to be the way that we see this fight play out. Good stick and cross by Askarov. Well, good pop at the end by Askarov. So, in my opinion, that is Askarov's fight, but can't say it wasn't without his excitement. Two of the gents come over, exchange a nice hug out of this one. Man, that's an interesting fight. I really would love to have seen Pantoja finish on both of his kind of rear naked choke attempts on the back. Obviously, triangles are hard to finish. We know that from this year because nobody's gotten any except for one earlier tonight. You know, for me, I just think to myself, hey, listen, dude, I would love to see you be able to pull off that choke. It's just easier said than done. All right. Thank you, Kevin Bradley, for the like. We appreciate you guys. As a reminder, like and a share gets a cheers on air, so do not forget that. That is the kind of thing that we got going on here tonight. We have so many more fights. This is the first of 5 on the main card, so don't go anywhere. Don't do anything. Don't forget about us, as Mariah Carey once said famously in a song. I find it very funny. I saw an article this week talking about the 20th anniversary of X-Men, the first X-Men movie. and they said that Janet Jackson or Mariah Carey was trying to be Storm as opposed to Halle Berry. And I actually think either one of them would have been better. Lishimota, what is up? Welcome to the show. Let's find out the decision here. I want to hear if they gave that first round 29-28. Yeah. Oh, Pentajola, dude, like you didn't win that, dude. Like we know. Askarov, the fakest of names. Oh shit! They gave him a flying spin. Like this dude was basically about to get F5'd in the middle of the octagon for a split second. So if you guys have questions, comments, concerns, hints, allegations, all of that good jazz, I'm happy to go ahead and take them on the main broadcast. Big credit to Askar Askarov, who survives a couple really intense onslaughts to end up winning a fight 29-28, which it does sound like they gave Pantoja the first round, if that is the case. So I would agree with that. I mean, I'm good on all that. I'm also good on having a much better beer this go round because that first beer was ugh. But this is a Belgian style Abbey Ale. This is a Belgian style with cherries, by the way. I wonder if they're going to interview one Askarov. They're talking about the Contender Series being back. All right. They're reading the copy, which means I don't think they're doing a post-interview with Askarov, possibly because it went all 3 rounds, and they want to promote Dana White, who wants to be a Dana White millionaire, a.k.a. Dana White's Tuesday night fight series, who wants to be a contender on Fight Island, blah, blah, blah. So that's what we're looking at right now. Very stoked for all of you guys tuning in, watching along with us. My name is Rafa Esparza, your friendly neighborhood BJJ podcaster. It's been a blast thus far in. I've been having a good time chatting with you guys. I hope that you've been having a good time chatting with us. Oh my goodness, Lucas Ochoa gave a share. Hey, I need to give this last minute cheers to one Lucas Ochoa. This cheers goes to you, my friend. Thank you so much for watching along, giving us some love, sharing it with the folks. I apologize that we didn't get this earlier. This one goes out to you, so hopefully you get to see this. Cheers to you, sir. I appreciate the fact that you care about the children. I know Whitney Houston sang about the children being the future, but you're the one that actually made it happen. You believed it. Cheers to you. I will say that is the hardest part about trying out new beers. You come in with different expectations, you hope for the best, and then you just kind of settle. That's kind of where we're at right now. That one's not my most favorite in the entire world, but it's going to be one that we go ahead and get through together, people, because that's what we do here. Champions don't complain. They just drink the beer that they are given. And I have to say, I do taste the cherries. It takes like a second to really get that nice little taste, that little aftertaste in. But they're in Turlock, California. Yep, Dust Bowl. Enjoying that one thus far in. So talk to me. Tell me what you guys are seeing out on the interwebs. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you like. And we can continue going from there as we all watch along this very interesting night of UFC fightery. I just saw we got a thing from somebody, so I'm trying to keep up to date on some of the comments and some of the people sliding into the DMs, because guess what? It is it's fight night, baby. That's what happens. Joe Duffy. Oh no, Joe Duffy. What is up, Morgan? Good to see you. I do have some breaking news, and I will put this on our main telecast over here. Let me go to share screen, and y'all will see it in just a second. But it appears, my friends, he has retired. Don't bury the lead for me. Let me get there, Morgan. It's my show. Thank you. Yes. Before I was rudely interrupted by Morgan, I was going to say, yes, Joe Duffy has unfortunately retired. The statement that he put out on ESPN, yeah, you should be sorry. He basically said on here. It says, I've been blessed on this journey in MMA and I'm truly grateful for every experience. I think it's time to realize that I haven't got what it takes anymore. I'm sorry I didn't achieve what I set out to achieve for my fans, my family, my friends, and myself, but it wasn't meant to be. I am officially retiring from MMA competition. That's a rough one, my friends. You know, Joe, it's tough because one of the few things that I highly agree with Dana on is if you feel like you are ready to retire, you just kind of need to retire. You know, you don't want to go out there and take more damage for something that you have to really burst out energy every single time to fight that fight if you don't have it within you. So, yeah, that one hurts. But Joe Duffy has a great career, man. You beat Conor McGregor. Listen, dude, you're in a nice exclusive club. You, Khabib, and Nate Diaz can all get together and go. I don't think Khabib drinks, so you can do something just as fun as drink. Eat food. I don't even know what Khabib does. Khabib's super boring. So, you know, I don't know. And you know what? We feel bad. His dad died, so we'll let him not have jokes for about 3 weeks or so. But anyway, that's the fight that we just saw right now was Pantoja versus Askar Askarov, and that was a very, very fun fight. I did enjoy that one. I will tell you this, Ariane Lipinski versus Luana Carolina. Luana? Is that a name? I think Luana is a kind of a name that you say you have to pick one. You can't have both. Like Lou or Anna, but Luana. Or is it Luana? Brazilians. Y'all have fun names. Anyway, thanks, Morgan. Here I come with breaking news. Morgan was like the first. You know what it is? Morgan is the dude who invites people to race so that they can get the exclusive. What's up, SC Mac 13? Welcome to the show. My name is Rafa Esparza. I am your friendly BJJ podcaster right now watching UFC Fight Island Dose. I'm also drinking this evening Twisted Monk, a Belgian-style Abbey Ale with cherries. It's not bad. It's better than the first drink I had this evening. So I'm enjoying myself. The thing that we do here is we do give toasts and cheers to those fighters who get finishes within regulation. So we do that for the fighters, but if you guys like and share our broadcast on Facebook, we give you a cheers. So that's kind of the methodology behind what we do. And I want to remind you guys, tomorrow there is going to be a Jiu-Jitsu overtime show, and we will be watching and doing another one of these for that one. So don't slip out on that one because I'm very excited to see how that one plays out. It is a very strange concept. It's essentially like Jiu-Jitsu's first version of a game show, but we're here for it, fam. We're here to watch it. I'm here to see what it's like. I mean, I love game shows, so why the fuck not? You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you guys will join us tomorrow as well because we are due for a very fun event. So they're getting ready for Lipski versus Carolina coming up right now, and it is uncertain if they are in process of walkout, but they do a quick little promotional package, which means we have a couple seconds to take care of a few little bills. If you guys are going to buy some new gear, and I would suggest you would because I gained some weight, and I'm not saying you have, but I mean, you probably did. And if you did, go ahead and go to Nogi BJJ Gear. Use the promotional code Grappling Hour 15. Take 15% off of whatever you put in the cart. And more importantly, here's the important thing to note. There's a new rash guard that says hashtag Corona Weight Champ. I would say, I think that's the way to go. I think you get yourself a Corona Weight Champ. You have someone challenge you because they can't really train with you in most places, so they probably couldn't prove they're wrong. You got Huzzah, War Duck Jitsu. Yeah, he's all right. Austin, Daffy Duck, Gabriel, whatever name he's going by this week. You know what? The thing about Duck Jitsu is I feel like he changes his name as if the FBI is consistently looking for him. Like he is suspect number one. Because I'm like, yeah, what am I supposed to call you, dude? He's like, I was like, Gabe? Was, yeah, sure, Gabriel. Yeah. I was like, is it supposed to be Austin? No. Pick one, dude. Just pick a name, I guess is what I'm getting down to. But yeah, Staffy is going to be on that one. We've also got friends, Luis Quinones, Frank Rosenthal, Tom Halpin. Dude, that kid's the truth. I love Tom Halpin. Good soul, good vibes. Yes, Jiu-Jitsu's first game show, they basically are just doing overtime because, people got sick of just stalling to overtime. So they said, you know what? Fuck it. Just go straight to overtime and let's see what happens. What else are we going to do? I'm hoping that by the end of Jiu-Jitsu overtime, they have a promotional poster or video package that says, guys, we hear you. We're bringing back EBI. Because all of us are just sitting here thinking about how much we miss EBI. I know absence is supposed to make the heart grow fonder, but for the love of God, dude, I'm tired of combat every time. I feel like we see the same people over and over again. Do you think spiderweb or back control is picked more? I think back control is picked way more by people. I think depending on the person, I usually tend to go a little bit more spiderweb. And that's coming from a person who I don't even think I have a superb, great spiderweb. I just always think it's got to be like you got to feel out that person. And that's why I do like the 3 periods of the overtime, because that first period is like, all right, what do I think they're good at? And then sometimes I think second period is, what am I good at? Because then you get to that third round of like, well, whatever the fuck's happened here, we got to figure something out. But with some of our guys that I know, I've made suggestions on like, you spiderweb the fuck out of this guy. The hard part is I think people like the back because the body triangle. And I've known some guys who have shit body triangles raise his hand. Like which position? Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, the upcoming Jiu-Jitsu OT tournament. Like which position is picked more? Yeah, no, I mean, I'm mostly answering that. I think back is picked more, but you're saying for tomorrow, which will be picked more. Got it. Some of these guys are very savvy at that rule set. Like Frank Rosenthal knows it pretty well. I bet you Frank will go traditional back control. Have they released the brackets on it yet? Because if they've released the brackets, I would like to see who's put in the brackets thus far in, because that's when I would start making the strategy. I would actually go get that bracket if I was a competitor, and I would look to see some of their matches. And I would probably say, like, you'd probably be more inclined to start on their back. But I think some of the guys that you can see have major issues at spiderweb. And I think it also helps you have an informed decision on, oh, this guy probably won't submit me because they don't have this or they don't have that. So hopefully that answers your question, Morgan. I'm glad you're excited about it, though, man, because I love covering all the EBI stuff and the combat jiu-jitsu. I've been to almost all the events, but this one's in Texas, plus COVID, all these things. I just look forward to getting back to covering them. In fact, I think they were the last event I covered, the combat jiu-jitsu one with Tom Halpin. That was the last one live. So it was a lot of fun. And, I'll replay that Tom Halpin interview tomorrow. Good idea, me. We're going straight to the fights. Joe Martinez looking quite nice in his suit coming on out. Here's the trade-off that we get. So when we don't have Bruce Buffer, he normally comes out with the super sharp suit. But instead, that English homeboy who does commentary, he's got a pretty decent tux. I like his style. I think you have to kind of like be quaint and cute when you are an English commentator, because you got to have that like old-timey, I fit me voice. Oh, yeah, I'm going to do some commentary now. So that's kind of what I am seeing from this side. 5:47 Best Coast time here. Enjoying you guys, having a great time chatting and seeing the comments roll through as we have people watching along with us. Hopefully you're having a great time. What's up, Vernon? Good to see you, bud. Give us a like and a share. We give you a cheers. And we get into the very first round, starting 3, 2, 1. And they're really messing with my cue here. I'm ready to make the snap. There we go. Round 1, 5 minutes on the clock. Here we go. Lipsky in the black, Carolina in the yellow. Good kick already. Lipsky is she saw that kick coming and just started unloading on the face. Ooh, she was able to knock her down with a punch to the breadbasket there. That gut punch. It's rare that you see somebody just go down with a straight punch to the midsection like that. But you do see Carolina very quickly trying to go to guard. Now some rabbit punches by Lipsky. That's really funny to see, though. Jesus Christ. What is happening over on this side? Working from guard for Carolina. Enjoying that thus far in. Eesh. Oh, now she's left her leg out. Is she going to heel hook this? This is enough of a bite. Now she's got a calf slicer here. Although Lipsky... no, Lipsky. This is bad, Lipsky. No. Oh, be very careful about your knee in this position. She doesn't look concerned, but she's trying now to take a knee bar from herself, and she gets a tap. Whoa. Wow. That was dope. Oh, shit. Let's not show that to my training partners because that's calf slicers, one that I definitely love to play with. Woo! Wow. That was pretty dope. Yikes. All right. That was fun to watch. We'll give a cheers to that one, but I do want to hear what she has to say because I would love to get that. What's up, Anders? Good to see you back in, my friend. Hope you are staying sane and safe and all that good jazz. So she's in the calf slicer, and the calf slicer isn't fully on because she just hasn't – there's no cupping around the waist to try and finish it off. It just looks like it's there, and it's there. Yeah, knee barf. She's yelling some stuff in whatever language she speaks, and I don't understand it, but okay, cool. Oh, heart. I got the heart part. I do know what that means. Hearts are nice. Those are good. Everything else, but that was pretty impressive. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make sure some of my training partners don't see that because I like that calf slicer. So, yikes. Anyway, language of violence. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what they put in the closed captioning. Eek. All right, talk to me, fam. What's going on where you're watching? What are you guys doing? Are you drinking something? If you're drinking something, tell me what it is. I would love to know because I gotta pick better beers. These two let me down a little bit. Next time I'm going to call them and I'm going to ask them to give me their suggestions again. I've been doing pretty good. I've been on a great run of having them suggest great beers, but like yesterday I saw they suggested two in a newsletter and it just caught my eye and I go, those sound great. I do like this one. Okay. The Belgian style Abbey cherry is not bad. So I'll give it a little bit of props, but otherwise, yikes. I see. Is that weed? Is that Irish things? I can't tell. It's a very tiny icon on that side. So to all of you watching on Facebook, if you give us a like and a share, we give you cheers, just like we're about to do in a minute. What's up, Cadet Video? Thank you so much for watching. Ooh, she's not at the fight decision, which means, yeah, she's sitting on the stool, so her leg probably is not good. Ugh. Man, is that Dad Yokes? Is that the name? So is that like dad jokes, but like just in a different, like almost like dad jokes, but in Espanol? Woo. Well, this is always that breadbasket. I mean, you know what it is? She just kind of knocked her down because her balance was off when she went for the kick. Now this calf slicer looks okay. It's just, yeah, I think she was trying to cup around and she had so much time that you were able to see Lipsky able to make the most out of that knee barch section and the hip in, turns it into kind of like how you do when you make an arm bar. You use the fulcrum of your knees, pinch together, extend the leg back. Beautifully done. They're going to talk to her now. Let's see if she speaks other than the language of violence. She says she feels great. I think that she did something historic, maybe the only knee bar of flyweight history. It's the second fastest finish in UFC flyweight history at round 1, 128. There you go. She says that she's been training since February, so she's been very, very prepared. Okay. Sebastian Liley, who she's giving props to, her jiu-jitsu coach, who should 100% get a lot of credit here tonight. Well, we're happy that you're happy. Great job out there. And Paul Felder is also giving us some more facts. That was the second knee bar of 2020. It's going to take me a second to figure out who the other one. I like that she's like, she was trying to take my neck. I don't really see her as trying to take the neck. What's up, Adriana? Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. She says she wants to get back to the octagon as soon as possible. She loves to entertain people. And she's young. I mean, these are her words, not mine. Oof. All right. Well, let's see if we have any of this on tap that we can go ahead and show you guys. ESPN. Oh, now they're saying, what's up, Wilfred? Lipsky, who he's trying to give his endorsement of saying, hey, you deserve one of those fight performance checks that they give out toward the end of the night. I want to show you earlier this evening over on the main telecast on all of our other stations on here. I want to make sure you get to see this fight finish. It looks so, so good. This is from Amir Albazi, and it's a triangle finish. Now, just look at the positioning on the head from his guard as he gets a couple elbows in here, now starts to squeeze down, and the pulling of the head even compensates for maybe just a little off on the angle, but man, is it good. It registers. He gets about like 5 or 6 different taps off of this. Like, this is one of those like WWE BJJ taps that you get to see all the time, but just beautifully done. It loses the guard, and just sometimes because you get somebody who loses that guard, it doesn't mean you're going to lose everything in particular. So I have a big appreciation for him being able to pull that off and do one of the most impressive finishes I've seen in a little bit, just in terms of a triangle. What's up, G baby? Good to see you. So much appreciation to all of you who are watching. I see this. Gus Venegas drinking Kern River Brewing, just outstanding IPA. That's what I like to hear, Gus. Look at that. Cheers to you, my friends. What is up, Jonathan Y. Garcia? Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate you. Gus, I'm going to send this one out to you. If you give us a like and a share, we give you a cheers. But until then, I'm just going to do this at you. If you give us a like and a share, I'll say nice things about you. I should change the name. There's a Rafael fighting tonight. Nobody told me. Hold up. Is that what I see? Yes, there is. Look at that. Oh, I can't go for you, Mark. I'm sorry. Yeah, anybody named Rafael, I have to go for. It's like when you see a Ninja Turtle. Like, I have to like that. What's up, Kevin Bradley? Thank you very much for giving us some love. Appreciate you. Gus Venegas, give us a like and a share so I can cheers you, my friend, because, listen, I love what you're drinking there, drinking Kern River Brewing. love you folks who are bringing out your IPAs, drinking along with us, having a good time as we watch these fights. Ugh, that calf slicer. I can't tell you how many people I get with that, or at least get them in that position. But seeing her hit up that knee bar from there is, I'm just gonna have PTSD all this week when I train. I'm gonna be really cautious about putting people in that when I do it, if I'm being completely and perfectly honest. So hopefully you guys have much more success on your jiu-jitsu than I do. We are flying by. Those are 2 fights out of a total of 5 that we will be seeing this evening. So we're inching our way closer to the rematch. That'll be interesting to see how it goes. Kevin Bradley giving us a huge heart. However, it looks like it's the photo. This is really weird. It says Kevin Bradley gave us a huge like on our thing, but I see that it's Megan Johnson. I don't know why Facebook is falling right now, but I know it's Megan because Megan always gives us a like and a share, which is why we give her a cheers right now. Little known fact, everybody. Did you know that the Pulitzer Prize was first given out to Megan Johnson for her achievements in the realm of submission-only grappling? A lot of people don't know that, and I think it's high time that we correct that mistake. So here we go. Cheers to you. Thank you very much for your time. Appreciate you. Look at that. Did I just see another cheers happening right now? You guys are trying to get me crunk. All right. This one goes out to G-Baby, Giancarlos Hernandez Mias. This one goes out to you, my friend. I can't even see it, but I know you tagged me, so that means you probably shared this. If you didn't, then you get it anyway because you tagged my name, and I'm that vain. Did you know that G-Baby, you know the movie Coming to America? That's essentially his story, but it's the Puerto Rican version. Like over there, he's a king, but over here, he is intentionally slumming it so that he may find his queen, go back there, hang out with Puerto Rican Arsenio Hall. It's a whole thing. So the fact that we would have a king in waiting, give us a share. Thank you, sir. Cheers to you. Also, I just watched Coming to America, obviously. So like it's in my head. I don't like, how does any movie like that not make you laugh? Every second of that movie, they get to another segment. I go, oh, it's my favorite part. Oh, it's my favorite part. Always so glow. Oh, I love that movie. So I just don't know anybody. I would like to go back to see the people who didn't like that movie in the 80s and be like, I'm from the future and you're wrong. I just want you to know categorically wrong. This is an amazing movie. So my thanks to G-Baby. My thanks to you, Megan. Y'all make me feel very warm on the inside with your love and appreciation. I would very much appreciate you guys coming through. We are having a blast thus far in. I like that they're showing you footage of one, I think, is that Michael Bisping or is that somebody flying around? Dana White's looking for a fight or looking for a... The fuck is this, dude? Dana White just wants to bro out and have like a YouTube channel is really what it comes down to sometimes, and it just gets weird. Oh, look at this. Davison Figueroa is looking like a straight up murder killer here. Like his blonde hair and his ridiculous nature, like the way he walks into the arena makes me think he actually killed somebody before making it to the show. That's just my opinion. I don't know. I like that, though, on Joseph Benavidez, 7 first-round finishes. However, in a career of 28-6, that's a portion of that man's career. It's like 1/20th. Bisping on looming forward for a fight. Ooh. I'll keep one eye on that joke just to make sure. Jesus Christ. Gus Venegas, did you give us a share yet, bro? Because I want to cheers you. I want to compliment your drinking selection. Oh, look at this. I just saw Angel. Angel, where did you come from? I didn't know you're here. All right, here we go. This cheers goes out to one Angel Ortero. Angel Ortero is actually a lot of people don't know this either. he is the new psychic of Mexico. You know, they had that documentary about that flamboyant, you know, everybody knows who it is. But now he's taken up that. So he wears very, very sparkly capes, and he'll tell you what your future is. He's taken this year off because, like, you don't want to know what your future is. But next year, everything's back on. So to Angel Untero, thank you very much. We appreciate you, bro. I like looking forward for a fight. Yeah, no, I get it, dude. We're all making fun of his inability to see things. I like the fact that Bisping gets into Twitter beefs with Dan Hendo Henderson. And the funniest thing to me about that whole situation is that, like, Hendo is giving him shit, and Bisping is like, you're a cheat, and oh, I fucking hate you, and blah, blah, blah. And I just go, dude, no one cares. Like, shut the fuck up. I like this, though. Very excited to see the namesake, Rafael Feisman. Is that how you say his name? I don't know. We're going to learn together. Rafael. I know how to say my name, so I got that part right. Fiziv. That doesn't sound right. So we're going to get through it together, everybody. And hell, thank you very much. Appreciate you as well. You guys are always fantastic friends and family on this show. So just to let you know, on the Instagram, we're probably going to have to cut this and restart the stream because they only give me 1 hour at a time. So don't go anywhere. Don't worry. I just don't want you guys to feel left out if when all of a sudden the action goes on the next fight, I have to cut it and restart it. It's just because Instagram sucks. Now, the rest of you guys who are watching on YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, and Twitch, everything stays as normal. This is the stream. Do not go anywhere. Sit back, relax, enjoy the fights with me. Grab a beer, hopefully a good one, and let's all get through this thing called life together. It's a good time to remind you, if you want to go shop somewhere, go to No-Gi BJJ Gear. Use the promotional code GrapplingHour15 for 15% off of whatever you put in the cart. And more importantly, buy the hashtag Corona Weight Champ rash guard. I'm going to be sporting that. They're sending that out to me. When I wear it, if you beat me, I think I have to give you the rash guard. Oh, that doesn't sound good. I should probably think that one through. Anyway, not important. What is important is that we always enjoy you guys giving support, and that supports the podcast, and thus that supports me, who supports you. It's a whole thing. It's a family affair. All right. I want to hear in the comment section, tell me who you guys got. Do you have Mark or do you have Rafael? Tell me right now. It will not go on your permanent record, but we will judge you if you don't vote. I promise. And I can see who's in these rooms. So I know exactly who's here. And I will insult you. And I will not be afraid to put you on Front Street because I have no class. And that's what people who have no class does. Boom. Sharing it again on the Twitter. The Twitter sphere now sees this. I want to see if our whatchamacallit's coming through. This is going very well, everybody. All things considered, this fight night has been uneven. We've learned a lot about some new people. We've learned that calf slicers are the entryway to potentially seeing your knee go bye-bye and you being on a stool and not being able to answer the call for the main decision. We've seen that sometimes taking a knee to the chin is bad for your health. Yikes, am I right? All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to shut this one off. What is this? Shango Dixon, thank you for showing up. Yeah, I should shut off the Instagram now so that way when I'm watching the fights, I don't have to do it uninterrupted. Because as it is, I'm already going to be cutting it close so that it'll have to die in the middle of a fight round, and I'd rather not do that. I would rather watch it uninterrupted. So don't go anywhere. We're going to start a new stream. Love you guys. See you in a bit. You guys don't go anywhere. It does not change anything for you. Just our friends on Instagram. Especially as we wait here for some Hulu trickery to tell you to buy Hulu. I already own Hulu. Oh my God. I'm going to put, oh my God, knee bar. OMG knee bar. Boom. Let me see. I don't know either fighter, but unfortunately, I will just go with Rafael. That is not an unfortunately. I think of any case, that's the least unfortunately I think there is. You really know how to make someone feel welcome with the name Raphael. I got to. Unfortunately, is what your doctor tells you when they come back into the room. Unfortunately, is not what you tell me. So that's really funny. I mean, unfortunately, I have to go for this idiot named Raphael, among other Raphaels I know. Blah. So that's what I'm stoked to bring you guys. We continue on. I'm going to bring on this Instagram telecast. I mean, Mark's red in his hair. He is pulling it off very nicely. He is fighting out of England. So we will see him in just a moment. But we are also going to see our friends back on Instagram in just a second. Want to make sure you guys are all enjoying yourselves and having a good time on the fight nights. Here we go, checking the connection, and we should be back up and operational. Hey, what's up, everybody? We're continuing our coverage. We are right now at Raphael versus Mark, and that is where we're at in terms of fight coverage. I hope that you are enjoying yourself. My name is Rafa Esparza, host of the Grappling Hour and Verbal Tap. We should be starting the action in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go, and round one begins. Thank you guys also for watching on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Periscope. We love you guys too. Boom. Whew. What is up, Grubhouse LA? Don't make me hungry. Just watching you guys come in on this live stream makes me hungry, and I'm already feeling my feels about it. So the beginning of this, what's up, Cheech 10p? Some kicks over by Mark to begin the round, and then the Raphael, much like me, gifted with beautiful movement and dance abilities. What's good, brother? I mean, these fights are pretty good. I don't know if you saw that last knee bar. Oh, my God. Mark's ability to spinning back kick. If someone was there at the door for that one, that could have been very bad. Good kicks to begin with. Megan, that still makes me laugh. Good double unders here by Raphael, like I would in wrestling. It's not true. I'm really bad at wrestling. And he pushes him up against the cage, and you're seeing Mark do a good job. Almost switches position, but Raphael doing an excellent job of forcing it and staying on point on the position. He's in kind of a weird makeshift half guard, although for a split second he had a underhook that was potentially going to be able to lift him up and move him from there. As I put this iPad here, it gives me a second. I see over on this way, a good friend, Morgan, is sending me a note on off air. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can look at it as we continue on right now. Oh, you just told me that was more than Duffy than legit didn't mean to. Oh, I forgive you. He just sent me the bracket. You can watch me roast you now on Instagram. Okay, well, Morgan sent me the Jiu-Jitsu overtime bracket, which I will go ahead and do this. After round, let us know your next give. Love your commentaries. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, brother. I mean, right now, the world being as it is, I'll probably be doing these for a long time. I'm A-okay with that, man. We're trying to support as many of our friends as possible to getting as many gigs, but like, you know, I was watching finishers this week, and I would have loved to have commentated that. I had a blast watching that event. And tomorrow we're going to do another one of these for Jiu-Jitsu overtime. So we'll probably bring on a panel, bring some friends, watch that one, man. I very much appreciate the nice wording that you say that. It always makes it fun to do these things. So thank you very much. That's super nice. Let's see here. Ooh, Raphael just literally limboed the fuck out of that kick. I don't know how he has that flexibility, but here we go. Great kick by Raphael as well. Saw you at finishers, was popping. Man, it really was. Dude, so much fun, dude. It's one of the best commentary gigs I've ever had the pleasure of doing. Big J and I think we make a pretty solid team, and I know Zach would love to have me come do it again. I think. I don't want to speak out of turn, but Big J and I had a good time. So I think we got some good responses. And our numbers weren't bad, if I'm being honest. I think we make a good team. Obviously, I don't cheat on my good friend, John Evans. John Evans is also one of the best people I get to commentate with. But Big J, dude, have so much love and respect for that guy. So much knowledge, such fun, and he knows all of the East Coast grapplers in such a way that I was like, oh, this is so great. And he brings the equal preparation that I love to bring. So I get really motivated by people who really do their homework and put the emphasis on the athletes, because that's what it's supposed to be about. And now I'll take my own advice. Back on the action over here. 50 seconds left to go. And you're seeing Rafael sit in this half guard. And it's kind of like he wants to pass, but he really has his eyes on trying to take the back here. He doesn't quite get it. Now you're seeing Mark get back up, gets great knee to separate from here. And that is an amazing, amazing ability. That's a tough thing to do. It's kind of a weird knockdown in between that last section over here. Rafael's ability to continuously pummel and get hooks underneath is very impressive. 14 seconds left to go. You're seeing Rafael feel a little loose. He's got a little bit of a cut. He looks fine. And we're going to go to a second round in 3, 2, 1, and buzzer. So hit me up in the comment section and tell me what you guys are thinking. Tell me what you're feeling. I want to put this, actually, now that I think about it, let's put this up for everybody to see. This on the main telecast. I'm sorry if you can't see it on here, but don't worry. I'm going to talk everybody through it all together just to make sure of it. Frank Rosenthal versus Spencer Mume in that first round. Austin Gabriel Daffron versus Elias Anderson. Then you've got Mike Davila versus Jeffrey Al, Ethan Krelliston versus Sergio Hernandez, Keith Krikorian versus Cody Owens, John Battle versus Donnie Ortego, Marcelo Cohen versus Michael Courier, and Luis Quinones versus Pablo and Alfonso. I've got to tell you, off the top of my head, I love John Battle, but I feel like him and Keith probably see each other in the semis, and I see that, or in the quarters, or whatever you want to call that. Is that semis? No, it's not semis. I think they see each other in that second round. I think Keith advances. Luis Quinones is a beast. I love that kid. Him and Pablo should be a good match. I think Luigi is very, very apt. Marcelo and Michael, I think, is a 50-50 split. I don't know them as well as I do the others. Ethan Krelliston, Sergio Hernandez is fire. Love that. Advantage to Ethan. Same thing with Mike over Jeffrey Al, Austin over Elias, Frank over Spencer. Although Spencer could surprise people. Spencer's quite good. What's up, Norland? Spencer's a beast as well, but Frank has a lot of experience in this. So it could be Frank and Austin, aka Gabriel Daffron. It could be Mike and Ethan. And then you could potentially see Frank versus Ethan here. But Gabriel has also got a lot of experience in that, so don't count him out. So those are just my initial reactions off of this one. But that looks like a very promising start. You could potentially see in the semis Frank, Ethan, Luigi, and Keith, which brings you back down to your 10th Planet versus what is that? What's up, Sean? Versus Henzo Gracie. Never gets old, my friends. Tale as old as time. Here we go. What are we watching today? Is the UFC Fight Island Dose. This is on ESPN Plus. Hopefully you're watching along with us, and I'll go ahead and take this off of the main telecast so that you guys can chill and watch me back in my glorious full screen mode. There we are, full screen. There we are. Whoa, Rafael. Getting a couple good strikes here. Good kick to that leg. So far, feeling what he's doing there. I mean, Mark has so much power, dude. I every time I see him kick on one of these exchanges, I think, dude, he hasn't hit yet, but even though the momentum seems to be favoring Rafael, at any point, if he connects on this, this fight's over, dude. But it's a good matchup, man, and I don't want to oversell Mark's power range over Rafael, but Rafael's got good power here as well. My first time seeing him fight. Now, I've seen these guys fight a couple times, but Rafael's interesting in the sense that, for a split second, man, the way he carries himself and the way he's loose, It's very interesting to me. Some of his movement is actually really, really fun to watch thus far. And Mark's picking his spots. He definitely is. I would agree with you there. I just feel like Mark, between getting tripped up, especially in that first round, he's proven he's knockdownable just from the sense of attrition. So that's kind of what I'm looking out for in this fight thus far in. 2 minutes left to go here on my side of the world. Now they're just talking about fighting without the fans and how that feels. Ooh, Mark coming in. He tried to go for a single. Now he's pushing Rafael up against the cage, trying to drain some energy out of him. Rafael doesn't really look like he's getting drained as much as he is just kind of like, all right, I'm going to grit and bear it. I'm going to see if I can reverse the position in just a second. Great knee by Mark. That's a much better, impressive performance by him thus far in. So I wanted to go ahead and give a compliment. Morgan, look at you, bud. I'm going to give you a compliment. You missed some of my picks, you dick. So that means I'm going to have to make fun of you some more. You know, Morgan, one of the things I forgot about was at the finishers, you went up against somebody in a singlet. When you walked out and homeboy, who looks really strong and definitely a wrestler, is wearing a singlet, do you regret not having a singlet in your bag? I'm just curious. I mentioned that to Mike and how it's better since he's running with it ever since. The judges don't get distracted. Well, you should watch some of these judges get distracted. I've covered events where I've had judges. This is not a lie. Local events everywhere. I've covered big things, small things, and I kid you not, there have been events where judges who have sat next to me go, which one's which? Which one's the one in the red corner? And I'm like, oh my God. Well, for the love of God. Judges paid off. Yeah, I mean, it happens, dude. Whatever. We have a wacky sport where it's subjective no matter what happens. It was a full camo USA singlet. It was at that moment that I realized my lack of a singlet may have cost me the match. Yeah, no, I'm with you, bro. I got to tell you, though, if you're going to get any singlet, I do have one that I would suggest to you. It's a KO Sports singlet. I got like this massively ridiculous America singlet. You know what? I might have to get it for you guys. Oh, that's worse. Yeah. So let me go ahead and pull this for you. I think it's worth me walking off for a split second to bring it. But you'll understand when I pull this out. This is maybe the most ridiculous singlet I've ever seen in my entire life. And it was at the time a sponsor that I looked at and I said, you know, we don't really do wrestling. We do pro wrestling stuff on the show. And when I saw it, I go, this looks like the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. So here's my suggestion. Next time you go up against him, if you pull out, and I get that he's wearing a camo singlet, but if you pulled out, look at this. Look at this goddamn American singlet. Look at it. If you pulled this out, that dude would have to concede the match. Like, he would have to look at you and be like, bro, you win. Like, just look at how large this goddamn eagle is. It's so much and so ridiculous. So that is my, you're right. That is better. And you can tell him that. I have no issue with that. I'll tell him that myself. But you know, what was funny is we got that singlet and I just thought to myself, I was like, I'll find something to use it for. So we've done it for some WWE BJJ sketches. And, you know, I've trained jiu-jitsu in it. It's just weird doing jiu-jitsu in the singlet because at some point you're like, why am I in half guard? This is like, I should be trying to get this guy taken down. It's the most ridiculous. So food for thought. If I came out of the singlet and still pulled guard, though, no, absolutely, dude. You do you. Don't let the singlet control your game. You do you. But it was so funny, dude, because I saw that dude. I was just watching the play at home, and it was on my TV, And I saw him wear the singlet, and I was like, bro, this dude's fucking jacked. Like, the worst part about not having a rash guard with somebody that jacked is they just slip off. It just comes out like if you get a good like Kimura grip or anything on them, they're so sweaty, and without the friction, you're just like, oh fuck you, dude. And then like there was one photo I saw of him where he just like I looked at him and I was like, yo, send that picture to the USADA. That dude's too jacked. I don't dig it. Canadian one has a goose. It's pretty funny though. I like that. Back to the action here. 3:14 left to go in this final round. How do you guys have this scored out? Do you have anybody ahead? And if so, who are you pulling for here? Because obviously I'm pulling for Rafael. What's up, Tim Clinton? Yeah, especially when you pick spiderweb and cross your feet the wrong way. Hey, bro, listen, dude, you're fine. It happens, man. I like that. That's Tim. Would you train jiu-jitsu in a singlet? Yes or no? Go. I'm going virtue signaling tonight. Good for you, BLM. But yeah, I mean, it was so funny because like I do tell people though, if you put on the singlet and you've never done wrestling before, like you feel an extra urge to try harder to get a takedown. Like we were doing some rounds that we were switching back and forth, and I was doing jiu-jitsu, doing wrestling, and then like once I put on the singlet, I was like, I can't pull guard. I have to try harder to get this takedown. That was just my dumb rule. Over on this leg statistics over here, which show 14-27 for one Rafael. Meanwhile, the rest of the stats look comparable though. So that'll be interesting to see how they play in the overall version of all of this. 145 left to go in this fight. Once we get to the end of this fight, though, I'll go ahead and give you guys an update on the EBI card. Ooh, Mark coming over with the straight right hand that looks, ouch, 3,000, dude. Yikes. My God. I don't know if any of the people watching on our Facebook or our YouTube are those who are trainers or those who have trained, but I will tell you this much. My thanks and appreciation to KO Sports Gear for that most ridiculous singlet. Fun fact about that one as well. When Craig Jones saw me wearing it, his first words to me on Instagram were, hey, mate, I need one of those. And we ended up getting him one. But Craig is such a goofball that I was like, can you wear a USA singlet? Like you're a giant foreigner. Like you're taking our jobs. What is up, Uncommon Jen? I don't know. I want to think that it says uncommon among men, but it's not fully there. Anyway, I'm probably butchering your name, but Uncommon Jen. That's what I'm going to say. Kurt Angle would be proud. Thank you, Enhale. Listen, bro, if there's anything, you know what it was? We joked about it. We haven't done it yet, but we joked about how someone should do an ankle lock after, like taking it, the singlet straps off. Because there's this one kayfabe news article that says science proves wrestler is stronger after taking singlet straps off. Common generation. I got you, man. Okay, there we go. But like, dude, every time we've worn the singlet, I've gotten so many notes from people that just go, where'd you get it from? And I go, it's from KO Sports Gear, dude. You can still find it. It's the funniest. We've had a very good time putting those ones together. So when we get to do WWE BJJ this year, I think you guys are in for some fun videos. We have some folks who have already spoken to me that they want to be put in this year's festivities. And I think this year's WWE BJJ week might be in November. If everybody can get their shit together and stop spreading coronavirus, then we'll do that. But I've been working, I've already workshopped like 2 or 3 pro wrestling moves in jiu-jitsu that I think will be pretty funny. I'm also actually trying a couple of the entries out on the guys when we're drilling right now and training. Because it's always funny. Like, nobody fears getting, like, armbarred by me. They're kind of like, if you get me, you get me kind of thing. But everybody fears being like, did you fucking put me in a figure 4 leg lock? Fucking hate you, dude. Because that's what they fear will happen. So, just saying, Morgan, the more you know. Boston Crab, bro. I have lots of entries into a Boston Crab. No lie, one of my buddies was trying to escape the wrong way out of a single leg, and I had him in a single leg Boston Crab, and I got the footlock finish, but like he looked at me like, thank you for not leaning back. 29-28, unanimous decision for Rafael. Megan, we did it. We did it. You from picking and me from having a winning name. Look at us. We're beasts. But yes, a common generation. My preferred finishing move is sharpshooter. And I've had many a notable jiu-jitsu athlete ask me how to pull it off. So really the difference maker here is going to be the body strikes and the leg kicks, which gave Rafael the win because Mark was just ahead on the head strikes. So I could kind of see it. It was a close fight, man. It was a fun fight, though. What's up, BJ Johnson? Yes, Megan. That's what happens when we pull our resources and we work together. We win together. We ride together. We drink this, all that. I don't know. I was gonna say we ride, we die together. I was like, I'm not planning on dying right now, so I'm pretty good. If you are as well. But yeah, there's a video that we did. There was like a breakdown. There was a dude who got like a Boston Crab in an MMA fight, and it's on the Verbal Tap channel. And we get people who always like those numbers do well. It's so silly. Like some of those things that we've done are so fun. Here is the interview with Rafael. It just looks fucking jacked, dude. Good for him. Oh, time to translate. He says, hi, everyone. First, he wants us to say, I win today, but from God. Okay, cool. What God want? It's always tough when I like credit to anybody who does any of these interviews over teleconferencing or any of these remote interview kind of things like this, because I know, especially when someone's doing their best to do it, my nonverbals are always like, okay, yes, because all I want to do is help them out. What's up, Blanca? It's a good fight. Obviously, Rafael won. I don't feel like dying right now. I'm good also, yeah. Paul Felder says, I don't think you need to change a thing. Like, dude, Paul Felder is literally like, girl, you're as good as you are, girl. You just live your life, girl. You great. And he's saying this is for everybody back at home. Lots of raised fists, punching in the air, and a little bit of a message. Okay, cool. Good, everybody. We did it. Bro, they've already cut away from you, Rafael, man. They are not interested in you giving shout-outs to everybody that you know. There we go. It's kind of rude to cut away from the bro, though, as he's just trying to say something nice to his friends. Oof. I am enjoying the fights. Hopefully you are as well. We're going to talk a little bit more about, let me see, the Jiu-Jitsu overtime bracket. Super stoked about these, man. Y'all are going to love the way that they space these out. I think it looks very nice for young Keith Kokorian on the right side. And if you know anything about Luis Quinones, you know that kid's a gamer as well. He's also won at the United World Grappling Association. He's a champion in both gi and no gi. I give him so much shit about his no gi game or his gi game. He's a great no gi grappler, great wrestling. But of course, that doesn't matter necessarily in overtime. Overtime is like a whole different beast. What's up, BEARS? Is that just bears? It sounds like a cheerleader chant. Or at least it reads like one. Anyway, welcome. We're watching right now UFC Fight Island Dose. And let's go over this card again. I'm going to pull it up right now for those of you who get the opportunity to chat about what we see here. This is, again, sent to us from our good friend Morgan Matzuik, who is very nicely sent us the folks who are going to be competing tomorrow, and they have the brackets out. So again, right up top, Frank Rosenthal, Spencer Mume, Gabriel Dafron, Elias Anderson, Mike Davila versus Jeff Rial, Ethan Krellinston versus Sergio Hernandez. Of course, Sergio is also an EBI vet. Ethan Krellinston is somebody who he's a massively talented kid. This kid has super great chops. He's won a number of things. He's just really good at what he does. Mike Davila, obviously very solid. Jeff Rial, also a vet of the whole experience. Gabriel Dafron, Austin has won from Ultimate Mat Warriors a few times. Elias Anderson's coming in against him in that first round on the left side. And Frank Rosenthal versus Spencer Mume. Now, on paper, you think Frank obviously is the guy who should be the favorite in that one. Spencer Mume is pretty quietly good. Like, it is interesting to see how that one will match up. Meanwhile, over on the right-hand side, Cody Owens versus Keith Krikorian. Keith is one of the best at this rule sets. Like I said years ago, that Keith has to be one of the most underrated EBI overtime human beings, and he has proven it time and time again. He has done ride time in EBI overtime in ways that most people have not. So I like that. Spencer is a savage and a leg lock savage. Absolutely. The problem is there's no leg locks here. So this is all overtime, which is why I'm kind of sitting here thinking like, yikes. By the way, somebody's sending me something, so I'm going to remove this so I can go check that. I love that. Yeah, somebody asked me if that's a WWE BJJ move as I look at it. Well, I'll give that a ruling. I'll think about it. It's not quite like a figure four, though. I'll have a full ruling for it. What's up, Wilfred? Welcome back. Thank you very much, Adam. I appreciate you sending that to me as we're talking right now. What's up, Mick? Hey, yo, if you guys are just joining us and you're liking what you're seeing, give us some hearts here. If you like what we're seeing on Facebook, give us a like and a share. You get a cheers, just like we cheers those who get finishes in regulation. We got 2 more fights coming up, and we want to make sure that this train don't stop as we continue. Oh, it's a stump puller. I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's pretty funny. I'll think about that one, Adam. It's not bad. It's actually right on the money. So what else do I got for you guys? Okay, let's go back to the card. So I want to make sure we preview everybody and give them their due time, because Morgan went out of his way to make sure we had the list over that way. Okay, here we go. Back to the right side. Again, Keith Krikorian, one of the best. John Battle, amazing practitioner, really solid. I like that guy a lot. Versus Donnie Ortego. John Battle's just, to use a pun, battle tested on this. So he's got to be somebody that could very well do well. And then Marcelo Cohen versus Michael Courier. And at the very bottom, Luis Quinones versus combat jiu-jitsu vet Pablo Alfonso. So that is the jiu-jitsu overtimes. And then there's also a special match between Danielle Kelly and Grace Gundrum. And I'm very excited for that. I hope that you guys are too, because that match should be fire. And that's it. So I would say to you right now, this is close. All right. Gun to head. I see Krellinston and Keith in the final. There you go. That's my preview. That's what I got for you guys. I would love to see those two kids do their thing. Carlson's super talented. Keith's super talented. They've competed against each other before. Oh, man. It's going to be a good day. Good day for grappling tomorrow. But it's a great day for fighting tonight. Jack Hermanson, the Joker, versus Kelvin Gastelum, which, by the way, Kelvin is a fake name for Kevin. Sometimes I wish he would just go by Kevin, but Kelvin is what we're going by. It's like he has family members. Ooh, Kelvin is got that Corona super bang going on right now. And I understand because my hair is like really fucking weird right now. Look at this. It doesn't know where to go. Like, my wife cut my hair and it was hilarious and ridiculous, but that's the only cut that it's got. And now it's gone into a weird curliness that, you know, I'm just kind of embracing and being like, just go wherever you want. It's either this or cut it down to nothing. So we're figuring it out as we go. But yeah, I mean, look at the only reason I bring it up for Kelvin is because Corona Super. The only reason I bring it up is for Kelvin is just because sometimes when you have the hair in your eyes when you're fighting and it's not really rubber banded back or hair tied back, I just hope it's not a distraction. That's why a lot of the people end up, guys and girls, both go with the little braids and whatnot. But for him, I'm like, I don't know, man, because I gotta tell you, even with this much like ridiculous hair, when this goes in front of my face and I'm grappling, I'm not used to it. My brain just goes like, what is this? It's not, there's not supposed to be hair in front of my face. And so I get that weird like moment where I'm grappling where I do like one of these and I go, who am I? What is this? This doesn't feel right. So we'll see how that plays out. It's a bold strategy here, Cotton. All right, what else do we got? Very excited for you guys to watch Jiu-Jitsu Overtime. Again, we'll have some of our folks tomorrow for a broadcast for that. We'll invite some friends. We got 2 fights left. Very excited for that. Obviously, Jack and Kelvin coming up right now. And then after that, we got our main fight with Joe and Juan Davison. Very excited for both of those fights. So hit me up in the comment section. Tell me who you think is going to win this. Do you have Jack? Do you have Kelvin? Tell me right now, will the Super Bang matter? Will the Corona Super Bang play a difference? Because the last thing I want to do is tell you guys, man, I hate being right if it comes down to it. I can tell you this much. I kind of hope good things for Kelvin. You know, he has his up and downs, and he's been pretty positive about all things considered, you know, things not working his way. He talked about gaining like weight and being depressed, and I think that guy's got a super good attitude and he's been fun to watch. So I am pulling for him in that regard. Hopefully we all can too. So going to give this a quick share over to our good friends over in the Verbal Tappery. Before we continue on, make sure everybody's enjoying as well. If you give us a like and a share on Facebook, we give you a cheers. And if you guys would be so kind on the live Instagram, give us some hearts, press the thing. Oh, no, not that. You guys get to see my laundry drying and by fucking share. But yeah, give us some love, you guys. So that way other people know what we are about this evening. I don't want to send this as a private message. I want to send this as a page I manage. So they just announced, and I don't know if you guys saw it, but it does look like we're getting Costa versus Israel Adesanya. Very excited for that. Look at strength and mobility over here. My occasional arch nemesis, Sven. Good to see you, bud. You know, it's funny. Sven and I did a very fun fight companion the other day. And in it, we were like, hey man, we need to do one of those like go for broke, don't turn on the timer session days. And I was like, yeah, we're doing that. And then we both realized we're going to be training with other people and we go, oh, we shouldn't be rude to everybody else. And we literally trained for about 5 minutes and I was like, I'm already tired. Training for an hour would suck. But I would do it. I just hate it. And that's why I think it's important to do it. Because there are so many times, like, I think the hardest thing about getting out of Corona training is is when you don't feel good, it's easy to just say, like, give me the easy person, give me the easy rounds. I like come from a mindset of like, give me the hardest rounds. Let me please just get this out of my system so I kind of feel regular in my training again, you know? So that's kind of what it's about. But Sven is a very good training partner. If you guys get the opportunity, find out how you can go train over in Canoga Park here in California. Strength, mobility, one of the best places to train. They have literally every functionality you need. They got weights, they got group programs, group classes, individual fitness programs. They do privates for all forms of MMA, and they have over 20 years of experience in mixed martial arts. That's incredible. I don't even think I've watched mixed martial arts for 20 years. So just saying. But I will tell you this. My retribution is coming, and I will get Sven. I do not know how. I do not know if I will need the aid of a steel chair or a foreign object, but it will come. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, giving this a share real quick. Watch the last couple of fights with us. Shared right now. Ben, who you got in this next one, man? Do you got Kelvin? Oh, they've tied up his hair a little bit, so thank God. Or do you have the Joker on this one? Do you have Jack Hermansson? I'm very intrigued to hear you guys got in that one. Reminder, if you are watching on Facebook and you give us a like and a share, we give you a cheer. So you've got Kelvin. Okay. I dig you. I see you, bro. Very excited for this match. Like I said, before you got in, I'm just excited to see where Kelvin's at. I hope he's got his shit together. I hope he's focused. Because Kelvin is very, like, he's got a really good strategy that he normally follows. Good wrestling. The only thing I do wonder is now he's starting to get a little bit older, so I'm intriguing to see how he adapts it. I wish I could hate Forrest Griffin's Toyo Tires commercials, but I don't. Forrest Griffin has a pretty untouchable personality in terms of people. Like, he's one of the people that you don't hear about as having like a bad career or people don't like. People enjoy him quite nicely. Let me see. I'm going to go, and this is from Megan, with Jack on this one because his name reminds me of Jack Daniels. Well, Megan, you have revealed more about yourself than... No, I'm just kidding. Perfectly logical. Honestly, I would tell you... So I didn't know that Jack's nickname was the Joker. And all I could think about is like, sure, did you watch any other movies last year? And which Joker are you? Are you Batman Begins Joker? Are you Mark Hamill Joker? Are you Heath Ledger Joker? You're definitely not Jared Leto Joker because nobody's Jared Leto Joker. Like, nobody cares for that one. So, we'll see. Don't you buffer on me, you bitch. Sorry, ESPN's being testy right now. You get your shit to get... No, don't you fucking... No. Sorry. I have to yell at my TV right now. Stop buffering. Not the time. Co-main events are not the time to start your buffering bullshit. I feel bad sometimes for my neighbors because I do wonder if they think I'm actually crazy. Like, whenever we do these events and I, like, do characters or I'll do funny jokes, like... I have to, like, sometimes we're so close to being at night, you know, I'll be doing a character, I'll do some silliness that you guys kind of get because you're watching it live with us and you get that it's stupid and funny. But sometimes I legitimately wonder, like, if somebody's passing by our door going, are they okay? Like, this one dude thinks he probably has 5 different personalities. I was like, I'm doing a Nate Diaz impression. Go away. I also don't really care that much, because most people are super weird. So, okay, this thing is buffering, and it's starting to make me concerned. So that means I may have to pull this up on my fucking iPhone. No. This is going to be the first fight companion in history that relies on the audience members to tell me, like, so what's happening? Can you guys tell me who's winning? Who's ahead on the strike count? Does that include leg kicks? Did you guys? So you said you had it same stopped on Bruce Lee's face. Megan, do you have it stop as well? Is this just a thing that's happening to all of us? Ugh. God damn it. I'm not in the mood right now. This bullshit is too much. Ugh. Let me see if I have any comments here. I see some people doing something. No. Sorry, everybody. Right, that's my dumb voice twice. There we go. We're back. Okay. Crisis averted. Introductions. So you got it back with me. So that wasn't just a me thing. Every once in a while, I have a thing where I just think to myself, like, I paid my bill. Don't take off my feed like I'm poor. Fuck you guys. Anyway, that's just me. Very happy you guys are watching along with us this evening. Super interesting, super fun day. And here we go. We're about to get through this. I've heard some notes. I'm seeing you guys chat with me. I see footage of me from a couple weeks ago, and I'm also wearing the same shirt. I really need to switch it up. All right. These are the introductions. I kind of like Jack's tattoo there, though. Not bad. I'm useless on this one. I haven't broken down and pay for Fight Pass yet. I probably should. No, this is all ESPN Plus, so don't worry. I got you. We're back again. Megan, I'm so sorry, though. It was a rare moment of me yelling at my TV live on television. Here we go. Round 1 of 3. Hermanson has a ton of volume. Hope Kelvin pieces him up. I did too. Kelvin's really good on getting on the inside a lot of the times, but it might take him a round to maybe get there, bud. I'm intrigued to see how that's going to go. And Megan, you're more than you're worth. You always hook us up with Flow grappling results when it cuts out because they're dicks. I mean, granted, they don't have ESPN money, so I kind of get it. What is up, NDED? Woo! That was beautifully timed, Kelvin. Wow. That's just from experience, dude. Sick toss indeed, my friend. That's straight out of my good friend Sven's playbook. Jesus. Ooh, Hermanson. Oh, that's out of my playbook. that immediate heel hook after fuck you. That's that. Yep, that's about as close as you'll see on an exchange between myself and Sven. He's close on that heel hook. He has to get that knee line out. Dude, do not go back into it. You have to continue the rotation. He gets the tap in between. No, bro. I mean, I'm kind of happy because it's a heel hook. And also it means that I can maybe beat up Sven. So, like, conflicted. I mean, I kind of saw it coming. What I didn't see coming was the lack of defense on it. So, okay. Defense 101 on heel hooks. And I'm not professing to be the best. That dump, looking back at that toss, though, I mean, he got dumped essentially on his head, not even on the shoulder. So, watch the knee line here. That's the real key. He has the ability to get out. If he had just continued rotating, he would have been okay, but he just stopped. So when you stop the momentum on the rotation, you literally just make yourself a sitting duck on it. And this is honestly where I get with a number of my friends that I try to let go there because I fear that that's going to happen to them. Wow. Fuck, dude. Also, though, still want to remind you, I now feel like this is what, you know what, it's fate. Now I'm going to beat up Sven. This is great. Things are working out for me now. Yeah, he's like, maybe he'll let go. I know, dude. Like, it's fucking infuriating. Like, the only thing I try to do when I get to that position with people is I just honestly try to tell them, like, hey, by the way, I let go this position. Someone who's not me will not. Fuck, dude. Fuck. That sucks for him, man. I mean, again, it's just, I really think it's the one thing that when they're alluding to the fact of that might be surprising, I think it comes down to most people saying, well, you don't see a ton of heel hook finishes. So you wouldn't really necessarily think you're going to get a heel hook finish. Most of the time when people do have their legs being attacked, they fucking just go to punching the shit out of whoever's trying to heel hook them. The other thing is heel hook defense is just to continue rolling in whatever direction the person is trying to turn your leg. But I honestly thought, like, dude, if he was to push down, almost like track and field his arms and literally turn the knee, like keep the knee, ballerina point his toe and pull it out, he would have gotten it out. Fuck. Eric, I don't know if you saw that, but that was a fucking amazing heel hook. What's up, Goodman Joseph, a.k.a. probably Joseph Goodman? Did you guys see that heel hook? Are we all on the same? Did you see defense? I didn't, man. That bums me out. I mean, here's the good news. I think I see him walking around a little bit. What's up, Jessica Gimeno? Oh, man. It bums me out when somebody doesn't know the defense to it. That's all. Heel hook, round 1. Minute 18. Jack the Joker MMA. Yeah, no posting on the butt, not even a bad rollout. I mean, he's actually stopped. That's the more concerning thing. He stopped the motion, and he was turning the right way. And a lot of times with MMA guys, you see that they roll the wrong way, and that freaks my fucking shit out when I'm training with people. It really, it makes me feel nervous to be in a roll with them. When I see them doing that, and I try to keep it there. Man, ballerina toe out. He had a split second there, and then that knee's compromised. And then instead of continuing on to move with it, he actually locks his leg by keeping his base there. All right, let's hear what he has to say. This is from Jack. What's up, Michael Ochoa? Did you see that heel hook? Are you there? I mean, BJ did the wrong way, turn against right. Yeah, absolutely. So Jack Herman said he's been working for that goal to become the best in the world. He's tied for the most finishes since 2016 in the middleweight division at 6 with Gerald Mershart. He thought he was going to try and stand up for the most of the time. So he tried to be up. Yeah, Michael, I don't know if you saw this heel hook, but I don't want to ruin it for you. It was amazing. Oh, God. Now he's giving props to himself as a white belt. All right, Michael Cho, I see you. You just said heel hook all day, bro. Now I know where to go with you. So I'm not trying to out CrossFit roll against you. Now I'm just going to fucking try and heel hook the shit out of you when we roll, bud. So he's trying to call for the winner of Whitaker and Till, which respect to that game. Oh, wow. This kid's pretty good, though. I like his post speech. You know, he's got that foreigner all up inflections. Him and his wrestling coach right there exchanging, and his wrestling coach just kind of tosses him down. Not a fan of a rolling escape. I prefer the foot stomp on the butt to create a space to roll out. Yeah, I agree with you, Mike, and I would tell you this, though. If you're talking about rudimentary, elementary escapes, at the very least, the rolling creates the potential for the leg to become a little bit more loose. That's, I think, the bare minimum we're looking at from here. And you're talking about the kick on the butt. I'm talking about like when he tripods, and if you're going to stop your motion entirely, to be on a tripod on all fours like you're running track and pull that knee out. And he had the ability to do it because he stopped and then he just didn't move. So that's what's more concerning to me. Either way, yikes 3000, no matter how you cut that one. To me, I don't love either way. What's up, Don Holyfeet? But I would tell you this, Mike, the only thing is, if you try to heel hook me, you will be put in a sharpshooter. So that is my warning to you, my friend, and that is my way that I make sure I am safe. So that is my heads up to you. That's my usual first line of defense in all things jiu-jitsu and MMA. And as a reminder to everybody watching on Facebook, if you give us a like and a share, we will give you a toast like we're about to do right now for Jack Hermanson, because holy shit, we need to toast that. I am stoked to toast that, even though I feel so sad for one Kelvin Gastelum. Nick Sizemore, did you see that? Holy shit. Did you come back here just to talk about that? I hope you did, because I don't think we're going any further from talking about anything else other than that amazing, amazing heel hook. Wow. Just wow. And don't you cheers me yet, strength and mobility. I'm not there yet. I gotta share this, but it's being bitchy, so I'm trying to work around it. Did I actually share it? All right, we'll find out. All right. Inside heel hook and knee bar on the same card. No shit, bro. Holy fuck. You bring up a great point. Man, we are living. Did you say Texas Cloverleaf? Bro, hold on. Mike, don't say things you can take back, because right now, if you don't think I have at least 3 different ways of getting you with the Texas Cloverleaf, you are sadly mistaken, bro. Ask any one of these people. Sven trains with me. He knows. He literally would vouch for me, being like, yeah, dude, Raph might put me in a Boston Crab. It's what happens, dude. I just see my opening and I go, boom, got him. All right, let me give this a full share right now on my own page. We want to thank you guys for joining us. In just a second, we're going to do our cheers on over from the handstand. Oh, no, Eric Robles. Yeah, no, it hurts. See, the problem is Eric Robles is a smartass, and that's what he gets for being a dick. I like that Sven is saying from the handstand. So we had one guy who was doing a handstand, and all I could think about is I have to do a promo for WWE BJJ and put them in a Boston Crab or something. And wouldn't you know it, Sven is like always after practice just showing us he has great balance and doing that shit. And I'm like, I'm warning you so that you know it's coming when I'm around. And I got to tell you, ever since then, I haven't seen Sven do a handstand. So I'm just saying. And Eric, what can I say? I just had perfect form. Plus, like, Eric was one of those guys who's like, let's trade heel hooks. Let's trade like leg locks. And I'm like, bro, you just opened yourself up to a world full of hurt. So, Mike, I'm just saying, don't make me do it, but I might have to do it. Here we go. All right, let me go ahead and give you guys a toast. This one is going out to the man. Wow. Jack Hermanson, let me just say this to you right here, right now. A heel hook finish in a UFC? Holy shit, are you fucking shitting me right now? Look at you, man. You control your composure. You do the thing that every one of us who do jiu-jitsu wishes that we could do in the UFC. And yet you did it with style. You took out one of the biggest contenders in the UFC. And honestly, dude, you did it in compelling and impeccable fashion. And for that, we give you a cheers. Congratulations to you, sir. Oh, good Lord. What's up, Orlando Sanchez? Did you see that fucking heel hook, bro? That's fucking insane shit. Am I right? That's going to need some rehab. That knee bar was damaging for sure. Yeah, she was on that stool for a while, man. I hate when they come back from a commercial break and they're still on the stool, be it knockout, be it submission. You know, my soul kind of like leaves my body for a second or two. And especially when I'm on air and you don't see it until you see it and you just go, oh, that's not good. So yikes, 3,000 on that one. That's what I got. Verbal tap indeed. Listen, bro, we've been having good fortunes this past week. Craig Jones, Mason Fowler, both recent guests on Verbal Tap, having a controversy about a Verbal Tap. Yes, please. Now, if only there was a submission called the Grappling Hour, we'd be even better. Verbal Tap times 5. What's up, Gabe? Good to see you back. Hey, if you guys give us a like and a share on Facebook, we give you a cheers, just like we did Jack on that last one. That Joker, fuck, man. You know what? That reminds me, though. That's the only way that I'm going to have to finish Sven now. Now I'm going to have to put him in a Boston Crab. Done it. That dude did a heel hook, so now it's already all news. Now I got to finish Sven with the Boston Crab. Done. That's what's going to happen. Gabe likes Grappling Hours video. Cheers to you. What's up, D. Pacheco? Welcome. We are here for the main event that's going on right now. Joseph Benavidez making the walkout. So glad you guys are joining us. This is the final fight of the night. Couldn't be more excited. I like that Sven is the one person who every time I say I'm going to beat him up just goes, yes. Like, bro, no, Boston Crabs are bad. You don't want to be in them. They're really hurtful. And especially considering I have to use a lot of force against you, it will hurt. So don't get too excited. Thanks to everybody watching over on Periscope as well and on YouTube. I see you guys. I'm trying to respond to as many of these things as possible. I'm also doing as best as possible to get to everybody's cheers. I see, Gabe, you have a share as well. So that means I'm going to have to give you a cheers right now. Hey, listen, everybody. This cheers goes out to our good friend, Gabe Iacovino. Gabe, in case you didn't know, is actually one of the founding fathers of the electric company. A lot of people don't know that, but his family goes back deep. It makes sure that we have electricity and thus helps to make sure that this show goes on long and strong. So cheers to him, sir. And in that situation, I was giving you the sir and also telling you in third person. That's how that's working. I also like the Michael Ochoa. You finally liked our show? Took you long enough, Dick. We believe in trying to be as in your face as possible on this show. Like, it's one thing for you to give us support and like us, but then we accuse you of being a dick when you actually go out of your way to like our projects. So I hope you know you get lots more of that love, that tough love, right here on this show. So our thanks to you, Mike. Much love and appreciation to you, sir. All right. Tell me in the comment section, who do you have? Do you have on this one? Oh, I need to change the names on this one. Do you have the previous winner, Davison Figueroa, or do you have Joseph Benavidez? You have 60 seconds to get in your folks who you think are going to win. And if you don't vote, he's coming out to Mission Impossible? That's dope. Shit. Nick, you're coming out with Figueroa, so I get you. I feel you. Is this the U2 one? Because I actually like the U2 one. Yeah, it's the U2 one. Yeah, it's pretty badass. Fuck. Eric Robles, Figueroa, Goodman, Joseph, Figueroa. Hey, Eric, when are we training? You got to fucking find time, by the way. You keep ducking me. Now that I realize that. Strength mobility, Figueroa. Oh, a lot of you guys have no love for Joseph Benavidez. Fascinating. It's okay. What's that? Oh, all of his family is watching this. Oh, that's so sad. Hey, Instagram folks, I'm going to have to cut this stream because I've only got 1 minute and 54 seconds left. So we're going to cut this, come right back. Don't go anywhere. Make sure you come back and join us so that we're all together and watch this main fight That's what I got. Always a bridesmaid. Rude. Oh, man. I like Gabe asking Iacovinho, you're getting better. No, I've always been this good. You were just too dumb to realize it. Boom, take that. I've got Angel Otero that says Davison. All of you guys are going for Figueroa. I see how it's going. I see how it is. Lots of people very much here hate the Joseph Benavidez, and I won't stand for it, even though I'll probably go with you on this. Anyway, for the Instagram folks, I'm going to go ahead and cut this. I just got a tattoo last week, so hopefully next week. Roasted. That's what I got for you guys. Don't go anywhere. Michael Ochoa is actually going with Benavidez because he's a real man. He's a real American. That's what I got for you. And if you give us a like and a cheers on this broadcast, I'll do more than give you just that. But that's just the taste of the toast that you can get. So, Instagram friends, come right back. Check us out. We're coming right back. Do not go anywhere. Boom. All right. If you guys are still watching with us on this, you know how this deal goes. I've gotten all of your questions, comments, concerns, hints, allegations, and I want to make sure that we do not miss anybody. So I'm putting the branding on here. Island 2, Part 2. Let's go. Angel, if he was called Rafa, I would go with him. That's what I like hearing, bro. Angel, you're right here, my friend. Deep in my soul. Your friends all the way through and through, my man. Here's what I love about this. I'm seeing lots of people giving lots of love all over the place. I'm so glad you guys are here with us for the main event. We're doing our best to make sure we are coming back long and strong. And here we go, back on Instagram like a beast. I like that already this night. We've already gotten several people asking and making sure that we do Kurt Angle, Boston Crabs, and don't forget, hitting us up. What's up, Joseph Goodman? Glad to see you guys back. Don't forget the best singlet in the world, which, by the way, I think we might have to make sure we brand throughout this evening since it got brought up by Morgan earlier this evening. All right, we are about ready to see this main event. I hope you guys are ready, you sons of bitches. This is one of my favorite. You know what? I'm going to pin this comment to the top and help. That's what I got for you guys. Main event happening right now. Friends and family, y'all coming in. It is 7:09. We could be very well done. Way earlier. I thought we were going to be here till 8. What's up, Nick Sizemore? Getting all the people who were voting against Joseph Benavidez, non-believers. It'll be interesting to see how this goes. Our good friend, Strength Mobility, was saying that he is always the bridesmaid. Do you agree with him? Just asking. There we go. Just talking about Sven. You talk about Sven for just a second, and then he appears. Hello. All right. I like this. I guess I should root for Joseph since he's from New Mexico. Hey, listen, bro, your rules are your rules. I went with the guy tonight who was named Rafael because my name's Rafael. It doesn't really have to be a science this. And my guy won. So you do you. And just know, you're just going to have to live with it. And that some of us are going to be able to make fun of you for, making the wrong choices, which there's nothing wrong with. It just means you are incapable of making a good choice. I'm just saying, just whatever choice you make, live with it, go with it, be it. Still think he'll lose. See, you're the one putting that bad energy into this world. Make a pick, go with it. Don't try and caveat it. Just, at this point, all you can do is Tinkerbell as much as you can and Tinkerbell clap as much as humanly possible as we get into this last fight of the evening. And here's the weird part about this whole thing is looking over and seeing the very weird streak of like red in Figueroa's hair. Like I can't make heads or tails of that. It's like he got some of that weird paint from the Joker and decided to use that and then stopped after one streak. Eric, hey, Morgan came back. Look at that. Morgan, who do you have on this one? Tell me quickly. Mayhem Miller hair. Yeah. It's like the Mayhem Miller starter pack is really what it is. What's up, you A6J32? I don't know what that name is. That's a lot of different things being put at me. Loving everybody over this way. Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody. Oh, you got Joseph on this one. Got bad news for you over here. Joseph doing a solid job of at least trying to maintain a half guard, though. And my phone's going to die. Well, dude, you should have charged it. Come on, bro. Play like a champion. Or at the very least, have a backup charger at all times. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's not good. Joseph, fight the hands, bro. No, he's already like essentially tapping at this point. That's not looking good. That is a bad stretch for you, bro. But he is at least fighting it, and he's out. Oh, no, don't leave your neck out like that again, dude. Come on. Oh, no. Oh, that grip around is not great, but he is closer to maybe getting his shoulders there, which allow him some time, but you got to fight the 2-on-1 on this continuously. That body triangle is not great. It says, I'm a fan of Joe. I hope he gets it done. Sad face, cry emoji. I know this is not looking good for that sort of scenario, though. At this point, you're seeing him on a short choke, and I think he might be closer on this one because it is underneath, and now he's going almost more into the choke. And to his credit, he's able to 2-on-1 his way out of it. But now you're seeing Figueroa doing a great job of switching the grip. And now he's maybe putting a little bit of pressure. He was trying to go into the hips, and instead Benavidez is exhausted. He's like, all right, dude, this sucks. He even does an eye roll at him as to say, like, why? Streaming the fights on my phone. Just wanted to pop in and say hi. Totally amazing. Appreciate you for doing that. We very much appreciate you and your time. Megan was saying, I'll go with Davidson. Cool your jets there, Sparky. You're getting better. Kevin still spins a better narrative. According to who? According to our lower intelligence fans, of course. But Kevin's not here right now. So where's your God? Anyway, that's a nice return from one Joseph Benavidez. Coming in, gets a good right hand, pushes the action a little bit more. And, here's the nice part. With 2 minutes left to go, these gents, things are a little bit better here. Now this is, again, a 5-round fight, and it'll be interesting to see how that goes. So, yikes. Joseph Benavidez trying to kick at the legs right now. Hello, what's up? GSHUA1. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you. Figueroa, definitely feeling very confident, gets a knockdown. Benavidez gets up very quickly because obviously they're in the category where they're just rubber and cats, and you can knock them down and they get back up a million different times. Benavidez goes for a kind of strike that most times does not necessarily get much return on it. Ugh. I mean, at this point, Figueroa kind of feels like he's got Benavidez' number. His left arm is down. He switches stances over to the other side. Benavidez kind of tries to rush in, and I think that's where he feels his best kind of strategy is. Mostly just kind of pounce onto him. Even when Figueroa kind of turns his back, he keeps knocking him down continuously, and Benavidez is covering up here. The referee not stepping in just yet, starting to drop some elbows. Benavidez doing his best that he can. He is getting marked up a little bit now in full mount completely. You're seeing a very, very tense situation for Joseph Benavidez, who has to make it another 25 seconds. There's another rear naked choke attempt, and I don't know that he's going to be able to pull out on this one. I think he's going to go out on it, possibly. He is doing his best, and he is out. Wow. Well, Sven says damage is tiring. Fact. Eric says powerful otter pop ad, by the way. Yeah, oh my God, dude. Ugh. I mean, Benavidez is coming back to life now. Every time Figueroa just had a clear in on getting his strikes in ways that were, that's an elbow to the back, but that's, I mean, what are we gonna do about it now? Just watching the replay though of Benavidez a number of times still fighting his way out of it. I mean, that's pretty impressive. But all of these strikes, no matter how bad Joseph Benavidez was trying to block them, just getting mauled each time. And to Sven's point, damage is tiring. Yeah, motherfucker, dude. Oof. Well, we have a cheers that we need to do in a second, but that's not going to make me feel great about that. And that stretch that he's doing there. So, like when the body starts making that like large curve, that U curve right there, it looks really bad, and it just stretches you out on top of choking you. It's impressive, and it's hard to do because a lot of times you almost want to keep your body triangle, or you want to keep there, but there's no body triangle really holding you in. It's just now you're so fucked by the rear naked choke that is that Casey? Yeah, Casey's checking on him. Friend of the show, Casey Halstead, checking on his boy. That's a rough one. And you know what? Figueroa coming over and just kind of like checking on his opponent. Lots of respect being played. I guess his Rufio stripe did come into play here. Just Benavidez feeling terrible right now, and I get it, bro. Even though Figueroa is only an inch taller, he looked so much bigger than Benavidez. Yeah, I could agree with that. It's weird. This is for a championship, right? Like, does this feel weird to anybody else that this is a championship match? Like, I kind of forgot that's what this was for. I knew it, but I just kind of figured that, what's his face? Cejudo, it's such bullshit that I'm just kind of like, oh, he's just holding Cejudo's belt because he wants to make more money. What's up, Rafael? The other Rafael. Good to see you, bro. Well, it'll be interesting to say once they hoist him back down. Vacant championship matches are always off. Yeah. It's just weird. But, I mean, dude, you won a championship, so I'm not going to take that away from you. I'm just saying my own expectation of, oh, right. Yeah, okay, congrats. Good for you. Yeah, bro, you better take like 50 selfies of me right now. Well, we're going to have to wait for an interview in a second. But to remind everybody, our good friend Sven was correct when he said always the bridesmaid. Did look pretty correct there. Megan, you were correct. Congrats. Ugh. I just didn't want Joseph to lose like that. And I don't mean by submission, just like by pure dominance. Like Figueroa, like there was no turning that dude around. Like he had it. What's up, Ron? Good to see you, man. Bro, are you the worst at taking a selfie? Your camera's not even on. What's wrong with you, dude? Oh my God, this is the worst cornering I've ever seen in my life. Have your selfie game on point. If someone else is taking a photo, you wait and then you do the selfie. He's literally in the photo just doing this, waiting like, are we selfieing now? Do we go now? More selfies. Okay, we'll wait for him to make his way on over to the interview desk. Well, that was intriguing. Rafael Dos Anjos just goes, brutal finish. Yeah. Derek Brunson said, that's a vicious flyweight if I've ever seen one. Wow, Figueroa. Oh, that's by Ben Askren. We don't read those because he's dumb. Yeah, not a fan. All right. Well, here's what I can tell you guys. First off, thank you for watching. Second off, we're going to give a recap of what Figueroa talks about in his post-interview with Felder if he does one, and I'd assume you'd interview your champion. Yeah, that U shape that they're doing right there. What's up, SF Dabber? Thank you for watching along with us right now, man. And Murian, this guy belongs in the bantamweight division, UFC. Wow, he's amazing. Brent Okamoto Davison Figueiredo is a nasty man. That's a scary flyweight champion. My respect to him. All right, here we go. My goodness. Davison Figueiredo getting interviewed by Paul Felder, asking him his initial thoughts on it. And they have to translate, so here we go. Something about the work. Yeah. Dude, that was just so impressive, man. What's up, Jessica? He said he worked really hard for this, and this is his time. And he looks forward to defending his belt and being an active champion. So he's the third undisputed flyweight champion behind Demetrius and Henry Cejudo. And Felder's saying, like, bro, your power, just look at how off the charts it was tonight. Translation. And now he's getting to respond on this one. I think he was saying that Michael Bisping was super impressed by your power. Just every time continuously dropping him down, dude. Here's the response in just a second. You know, I'm a guy from Brazil, and I'm around all the wild animals, and I think I get some of that from them.
That's for sure, Davison. You are ferocious, and you came out here and had what I would say is probably a flawless victory in this.
Paul Felder calls it a flawless victory. Hard to say anything different on that one. Now I think he's asking him in regards to how did your power feel and how did it feel with respect to everything. So he's getting hype at the end of this. 19-1 for Davison. I wanted to come here and take this belt, he says. This is it. I'm here. I'm the champ. So they're going to have him walk through the end of his fight over on this side. Woo. I get the ESPN update now that just says Davison Figueiredo captures vacant flyweight championship. They don't necessarily say how violent it was that he did it in doing so. So, good Lord, my friends. What a day on this one. So much ridiculousness. Like, we still have to do a cheer, so don't go anywhere. We're just waiting for him to give this last couple answers on these. He said, that's really what I work for. He wanted to get a finish in the first. And that's what happened. And Paul Felder is saying, man, I imagine taking that belt back to Brazil has got to feel really good. And asks, how happy and proud are you? The response is coming. I mean, the dude just looks happy, dude. Like, he looks very content. Oof. So it's a little bit longer of an answer and response, so give him a second on this one. I mean, just talking about the impressiveness of this 19-1 record, putting Benavidez away in even more of a dominant way. He said that he basically is going through the COVID test that he had to do in order to pull this off. And he wanted to make kind of that exclamation mark that makes it harder for anybody to overcome what he did. And Paul Felder's telling him, take it back to Brazil. Enjoy yourself. You earned this. All right. Good Lord. Davison Figueiredo, this cheers goes out to you, man. There was no at all doubt on that one. I'm seeing you right now on the TV, celebrating, enjoying your moment, but you earned every second of that. that was a dominant performance to say the least, but I think one of the most dominant things we've ever seen in the entire division. This cheers is so well deserved, and congrats to you on ushering in a new era, dude. That was dope to watch, and I loved seeing every second of it. Cheers. Wow. All right, let's close this bitch up. My name is Rafa Esparza. I host the Grappling Hour. We're going to be back here tomorrow night. We're going to be watching Jiu-Jitsu Overtime. We will be very excited to see what that event looks like. It's strange. You know, it is what it is. And it's going to be like a game show. And, of course, we're very excited for Danielle Kelly versus Grace Gundrum. That's going to be really dope to see. Obviously, if you guys get the opportunity to go ahead and buy some merch or buy some rash guards or buy some shorts, go ahead and do that over at our good friends over at Nogi BJJ Gear. Use the promotional code GrapplingHour15 to take 15% off of whatever you put in the cart, and that helps us out. So make sure to catch us back tomorrow. We will be back here at, I think, approximately, is it 5 p.m. our time? I think so, 5 p.m. our time, and we'll walk you through that event. We'll all experience it for the first time together, because who knows how the fuck that is going to be. Like, it is going to be a super wacky, but we look forward to it nonetheless. It's been a great day for grappling. My name is Rafa Esparza. We will see you back on the mats.